Okay, hi, my name is Cole Worley. I'm the creative director at Leader Games, and I'm going to teach you all how to play Ahoy. Ahoy is our upcoming game. If you pre-ordered it in English, it will be coming out soon. We're just kind of waiting for the last few copies to get from the factory, and we'll have language editions in the coming year. So Ahoy is an introductory asymmetric strategy game. In the game, there are two militant factions. One is the Bluefin Squadron over here, and the other is the Mollusk Union over here, and they are playing a war game, and each round, or each game turn, they're going to generate points based on an area majority control. I'll show you how that works. Every one of these regions on the board right here is worth points as indicated right there. You count up the number of pieces owned by either yellow or blue, and whoever has the most of those two players is going to score that many points. Now, the thing you're counting up generally are pieces and masts. So you'll see this ship has one mast, one little flag, so it's worth one control point. The flagship of you're awfully tyrannical. You've got two flags, so you're worth 2 points for control. So in this instance, blue controls it. So while that's happening, two players, red and white, are smugglers. They're going to be collecting cargo. For instance, here's a piece of cargo. This is tea, which you want to deliver to the bird island. If you get it to the bird island on the board, that island will advance in its value, which means it's worth more points for the blue and yellow players, okay? So for you two smugglers to make points, you will also be raising the temperature for everybody else, leading to other points to be made. Now you'll notice these crew cards have two functions. They have a delivery, which the smugglers care about, and they also have a crew member, which everyone cares about. When you interact with this port, this guy is sitting on the watch island. If you go to the watch island, you can spend the cost listed in the top left to add him to your crew, which will give you a new power that you can use later. Some powers like this require you assign a die to them. Other powers like these are actions, or they're just persistence. Okay? All right, now we should talk about coins. These coins are used for a number of things, including buying cards. You can also spend a coin to either increase the number of pips on a die or to lower it by 1. So if you spend a coin, you could turn this 3 into a 4 or into a 2. Does all that make sense? Yep. Excellent. We're pretty much ready to start playing then. So, this... Can we make out of a 6? No, you got to slowly crank it up. Okay. And I'll also mention, just in terms of your rules questions, many questions are answered on your board. And if you don't find the answer on your board, you will likely find it in this cute little pocket guide, which has all sorts of general issues on it, and the background has the different terrain summary. Okay, let's start playing. So the way this works is everybody is going to pick up their colored dice. You three players have 4 of them, you have 5, and roll those dice. Okay. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing 2 rounds. In each round, you're going to assign 2 dice. Okay? Now we're going to start with the player with the fanciest hat, which is you. And so you can assign any of these dice. Now, what I'd like to start with is you'll note on your board that some dice slots are numbered, so only a 3 can go into order. Other dice slots are not numbered, any die can go into that. So take one of your 5s and put it on sail. All right, the sail is the basic action of the game. It allows you to move 2 spaces. So move 1 space into that fog, and then move another space off board, and grab one of those tiles. You may place this tile in any way you want. So you could create a funny little gap in the middle of the map. You could take yourself to the island. There you go, just like that. Excellent. Then, after you have finished your sail action, go ahead and put that 1 on it. Then take one of those shark fins and put it on the spot where you sit. Those are your patrols. Whenever you take the sail action, you always leave a patrol behind. And whereas you are worth 2 control points, patrols are worth 1. So they're going to help you get majorities in places. Now with your next 5, grab that other 5 and put it in your cannons. Now what this does is whenever someone, if you have a die in your cannons and someone enters you, if one of the 2 players has dice in their cannons, you have to fight. If neither player has put dice in their cannons, they can just calmly pass by. But you're basically saying, I don't want anybody to enter my zone right now. and we'll talk about how that combat works later.
Zone is just a square, not a full thing.
Yep, correct. Just this little square. Okay, now we're going to go on to you. So your objective as a smuggler is to start getting these goods. You do that by visiting islands. So the fish island has that good, clock has this good, skull has that good. Now, right now, unfortunately, only the skull is available. So you're going to try to get yourself to that skull island. So first, you'll note that you have 3 sail slots. The next icon you have is your full sail. The full sail moves you as many spaces as the dice. Yep, so you should go ahead and put your 4 on the full sail. So take your 4, put it on the full sail, and then you can use this to go 1, and then if you land on the arrow, you immediately slide. Oh wait, you know what? You don't even need, use your regular sail. There you go. So 1, and then 2.
Okay.
All right, now at the end of your turn, you've dropped anchor at this port, so you can collect any of these cards that match the symbol. So we can go ahead and collect this, and you're going to choose to collect it as cargo, so go ahead and tuck it in.
Okay, so I got herbs now.
Yeah, so you've got some herbs, you've got to find the sword island. Well, you can see the sword islands right here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you put your 5 on full sail, yep, you're good. Perfect first turn. You can just slide on up over here. Then you deliver those herbs.
Okay.
And now, when this happens, a few things happen. So look at your smuggling cargo card. Flip that card over. This has all the steps that you go through when you make a delivery. So first, you gain 2 victory points. Put those here. Okay. Next, you increment that die. Then you may advance your your clear cube to any orthogonal spot.
Beautiful.
Which can either give you a coin, the star is a victory point, or it'll do other things. I would say take that victory point.
Take a victory point.
Yes, okay. Now your last step I can't do for you. Whenever you make a delivery, you make a pledge. And you have 2 pledge tokens, you do too.
Okay.
One of them has the mollusk union and one of them has the bluefin, so yellow and blue. Mm-hmm. You're going to choose which of those 2 teams you think is going to control the skull island at the end of the game. And then you're going to put it face down in one of those 2 stacks. All right. That's your pledge. Those will be scored at the very end of the game for bonus points.
Okay.
All right, you've used your 2 dice, so now we move on to you. All right. So you work a little bit differently. Take 4 of your little discs and put them in your Ready Comrades stack. These discs, right there at the bottom right. Yep, there's perfect. So you use those discs to place pieces onto the board. So whenever you visit an island, you have a choice. You can either take 2 discs from your stock, or you can put 2 discs in that Ready Comrades onto the map. So let's start by sailing. Put any of your dice on the sail, and we're going to go like this. 1, 2, and then rotate that so you land on an island. Beautiful. Okay. Now, when you arrive at that island, you can put 2 of your discs right on the island. Those discs count for control. They're very useful. Yep. Okay. Now, let's look. So, let's see. You should spend that coin to turn one of your 5s into a 6. And put that on rally. And read what rally does. It says...
My flagship is in an island, which it is, gain 4 ready comrades.
Yep, so you get 4 of those. Good, so you're building up your little bank. And then that's spent. Now lastly, you should start with 2 of those cards in your hand. There you go. Those are cards that you'll be able to spend on future turns to do various things. Cool? And that's your turn. We then go on to you. All right. So we've talked about sail and full sail. The other movement action is called tailwind. Tailwind allows you to move to any of the tailwind spaces that match. So if you spent a 6, for instance, you could hop to that cloud. Now let's talk a little bit about the board. We've talked about these highways, and we talked about how the islands work. The fog is a spot where no one can fight. All right, the storms no one can fight in. Lastly, we have these, the wreckage. Wreckage, you have to take a damage when you enter. If you end your turn there, you also get whatever coin is on there for salvaging. Whenever you take a damage, by the way, you will assign one of these damage points to a part of your ship. And it will stay blocked until you repair it. Repairing is an action on your board, or you can visit one of these places. And remember, if you have questions about what the terrain does, you can find that on the back page of your pocket guide. Okay, so what I'd like you to do, let's see, I'm trying to think about something mean. Oh, well, let me refill this market. Okay, here's what you need to do. You need to get to this fish island.
It's over there, yeah?
Yep, so go ahead and spend your dice to get to the fish island. You could spend the 3 on full sail, but that'll get you there. All right, 1, 2, 3. And then you can collect both of these as cargo.
Oh.
There you go. So now you have some things to deliver.
And the jewelry I could deliver here, right?
Yep, so you can start heading there right now.
So
if you want
just a regular sale, right?
Just a regular sail will get you
So
there.
if I move here, do I end up here?
Yes. So that's unfortunate.
and
You
this
could
is
also
what?
do a tailwind with this 6. That will hop you to the other side.
But could he move towards here and then reveal something?
Yep, correct. And that sandbar will act as a wall, but he could go around and find a new path.
Oh, let's use tailwind.
Okay.
So you're gonna act as a...
That's a wall. You can't pass.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the tailwind, and now we go on to you. Now, one thing I'll note here is that you have 3 dice, which means after everybody has used all their dice, you're going to get 1 little bonus turn. You're just a little stronger than everyone else. And now, talking through your other powers, you've got order. This allows you to move up to 4 patrols. Bombard is how you destroy these pieces. Okay. So you need a 4 to do that. Deploy is going to let you put another patrol out. This is a very useful thing for you to do. The other thing is these strongholds. So strongholds are built when you get 2 patrols together. You have the option of turning those patrols into a stronghold. Strongholds are permanently strong, and they're very good at stopping the smugglers from making deliveries.
Okay. Then I will. I can then deploy to another thing here.
Yep.
So I get my stronghold, right?
Yep.
We'll have at the end of the turn.
Let me check here. So on this card, I believe it happens right now.
Okay.
There we go.
And then I'm gonna please I'm gonna just say
Sure.
let's go.
I would recommend going up, there. Yep, and then you'll drop a shark off there. There you go, you got it. And that,
So these points are only scored at the end of the game, right?
at the end of every dice, after all the dice have been used, we'll score them. Okay, so now it's your play. So you're stuck a little bit. Now, at the start of your turn, you could grab this card because it just got revealed. All right, and then that you need to find a way to get to which island? That one. Okay. Now, the thing is, there are generally 2 of every island. So if you'd like, you could just start exploring and go off the map, and that might help get you there.
Let's do that.
Okay. Okay. And the islands cannot be placed next to each other, so that is not allowed. But that is. Okay. Put a 1 there, and then you have 1 more die to spend.
What's the negotiation part there?
Yes. So the negotiation power, when your flagship is at an island, you can basically ignore the cost in suit. So it's like it's a special recruit that you can do. However, in order to do it, you have to remove one of these. So you have to go to an island where there's one of these, and if you remove that piece, and then you get a free recruit.
Did I get this right? The tailwind I can just hop over here.
Yes, you can. All right. Now it comes to you. Now the last thing I want to describe, and then we'll be pretty much through the rules, although we'll play through the round, is how combat works. So when you have combat with someone, basically if you move into their spot and if one of the parties has cannons, there's a fight. And first, both players are going to spend their die. They're going to roll down their die, and every pip is a +1. So if you have a 6, you could roll it all the way down to a 1 to get +5. Attacker chooses first, then defender. Then you each roll a combat die. Whoever has the higher roll wins, and you will take whatever it says on your victory. So for example, the battle victory says you deal a damage and steal a good, or you could deal 2 damage. Likewise, when you do damage, you can get deployments of your comrades.
Okay, so should we go for a battle?
Yeah, if you wanted to, for instance.
I wanted to explore here, but...
Oh, well, you can go explore there. Don't let me force you into a fight.
Okay. This is okay or not?
Yep, as long as you moved here.
Yeah.
Perfect, and then you can put 2 pieces down if you'd like, which you from your from there.
And as a second action, I can do more sailing, right?
Yep, keep sailing. There you go. As you can see, the map can take some very strange shapes. And there are some reasons why you might want to build it very quickly and some reasons why you might want to build it very slowly. All right, and now it comes to you.
I can deliver the jewelry?
Yes, you should certainly try to deliver that. That'd be a good start.
So it's 1?
Yep, that's right. All right, you make the delivery, so you get 2 points. And then we go through this step, so that is going to advance to 3. And now you get to choose one reward.
I'm going to recruit.
Yep.
Which one is good?
They're all good. Let's
All
see.
good.
This one allows you for 2 gold to go to any tailwind spot.
Okay.
This is a faster move. This one's actually very good for you.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so you just tuck it in up here. Get that sailor. And then this card needs pledged. So you're pledging for the Dead Fish Islands. Who do you think is going to control the Dead Fish Islands? Okay, and that is only checked at the end of the game. And you have 1 more die. Oh, let's fill this up. All right, so there are 2 cards sitting at Dead Fish Islands. And you're also trying to get
So
to the
for a
clock.
coin, I can also then recruit them as my...
Yeah, if you're on the matching island, yes.
How do you get coins?
Yep. Oh, how do you get coins? Visiting the wreckages,
Taking damage and...
taking damage.
2 points for free.
Yep, or going there. If you can get there, yes.
So after the round, we collect again our dice.
Yes.
So it's good to use
Yep.
the good.
Yep, absolutely.
So I'm going to sail. 1.
Okay. Now, one small note about the sail.
Yeah.
You always have to stop your move when you explore a new spot. So if you sail through the fog, you could end up on an island.
Yeah, because there cannot be an island here.
Yes.
Cannot be an island here, but if you exit here, you could put the island.
Ah, makes sense. Yeah, that of course it depends. Yeah. Like this.
Yep, just like that. Yep.
Good.
And then you may deliver this.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 more points. Okay.
I increase this. Right?
Yep. And then you can move this. Now, the reason you have 2 cubes is this one will always follow it. You can't go back
Okay.
on the one that you just took.
But 2 victory points. Sounds
Yeah,
good,
2
right?
victory points is quite good. Someone better stop him. All right, and then you must pledge that card you just took. You can put it in the same set.
Okay.
So basically, the way this works, at the end of the game, we'll reveal who this was. And every one of these cards is worth 0, 1, or 2 points if that faction controls both 1 or none. Or yeah, the other way around. Okay, you have 1 dice to go. All right, there it is, the fight. Okay, so how many dice? So you should roll your 5 down to 1. So you get +4. You roll this, it's not impossible.
Okay.
All right? Yeah, just go ahead and roll it.
Oh,
It's not going to work.
Oh, that's not going to work at all. So 6-1, because it's got +4. Now, you get to choose what you want to do. You could deal 2 damage, or you could deal 1 damage and steal a gold. He has no gold.
I have no gold.
So you do 2 damage.
2 damage.
And you get to select what you want to damage.
Nice. Let's go 4.
So cannons, he won't be able to defend himself in the future. Useful. You can't damage repair, and you can't damage things that have already been taken.
Let's go for 1 in sail and 1 in cannon.
Okay, there you go. Excellent. And now we're at the end of the round, so we score it. So over here, the Mollusk Union is going to score 1, 2, 3 points. So we advance them to 3. The Bluefin Squadron is going to score 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. Because they own all the rich parts of the map.
So trading is still welcome as well.
Yes. All right. And now everybody collects all their dice. The start player marker passes clockwise, and you all know how to play.